Hey everyone, welcome to Fishy Business and the Weekly Update. I am Chuck Mayer, your host. We will be going through a bunch of really cool fish. I'm really excited about a couple freshwater fish that came in this week. And I never get excited about freshwater fish because they're freshwater fish. I'm a saltwater guy by nature. There's a lot of things happening at Fishy Business. I think I say that every week, but we're rolling into the last quarter of the year. A lot is happening, getting ready for Christmas and getting ready to pack all those tanks underneath the tree, and we're getting ready, as you can see right over here, with BioCube stands. I got a call the other day. Someone asked if the BioCubes were still on sale. They are $24.99.99. So $250 basically will get you a wonderful LED BioCube, a great introduction to saltwater, or as a planted tank if that's what you fancy. But we're going to go take a look at what came in this week. Congratulations to the winner. The winner was in Florence for the giveaway that we had. There won't be a giveaway this month, but there's going to be some really cool things coming in November and December. So hang tight for that, and on with the show. Okay, so we're going to start in saltwater today, and I'm going to take you through some of the things that have come in. We do have clownfish coming in. I think that's on Friday, though. We have a specialty shipment of clownfish that are coming in. Otherwise, this is going to be the highlights of some of what came in this week. Okay, so starting off this week, we got in some beautiful firefish. I've spoken about these fish a lot. I love them because you can kind of crowd them in a reef tank. They don't put a heavy load on the tank, nor do they take up too much room. They are beautiful in mass, just like the cardinal fish that are kind of trying, the Bangui cardinals that are trying to swim in front of them right now. These are great fish to group in a saltwater tank, and as you're kind of limited in saltwater with what you can quote-unquote school together, these fish make a great grouping of fish to put in a marine tank. Sliding down into the sand, you'll see the cleaner shrimp. We did get cleaner shrimp this week. It's been a while, and availability is not super good on them. We ordered, I think, 50 this week. I think we got 6. But you can at least see that they came in with some decent size, and I do have them right now. So that's one thing that's really cool that came in this week. This is one of my favorite fish in saltwater, and it is one of my favorite gobies. And the reasons for that are very simple. It has a very ornate fin, blue spots on a yellow body, very personable when they settle down into a tank. They'll make a little cave or a little hole somewhere in the tank to kind of hide in, but they typically stay out where you can see them a good bit. A very gaudy high fin. It makes it a very interesting fish that is not super expensive, that is easy to get to eat, and pretty hardy. I love the large blue spotted Watchmon that we got in this week. This is one of my fan picks for the week. Another fish I love are the Leopard Wrasses. Very ornate. Great for just kind of scouring the reef for small little invertebrates. They're not going to put a heavy load on the tank, and they're not going to hurt your larger invertebrates like your snails and things like that. But a good conversation piece. They tend to do very well in a tank, and I love them. Very few fish have the personality of the diamond goby. This little guy's been moving sand around and trying to make his own little burrow since he came in this morning. But this is a great size to start. They're great sand sifters. If you want a fish that will sift the sand pretty much non-stop, this is a great fish for that. Hardy, fairly long-lived in terms of gobies, very personable, very active, and as you can see in a tank with rock, it's staying out. So that's a great fish to add to any tank. There's probably very few shrimp that we get in the hobby that are as ornate as the Harlequin Shrimp. These are just amazing to look at. They do prey on starfish, so if you have a prized Linkia or something like that, I wouldn't put them in your tank. However, if you have the small little starfish that can sometimes be a problem on your corals or any kind of predatory starfish that are of the smaller variety, these are great at controlling them. I've never seen them mess with anything else. They are so amazing to look at, and they're not super expensive either. We don't typically have them, so this is one time where I've got them, and I've got a pair of them, and they look great. The Melanurus wrasse, probably one of my favorite wrasses. It's hard to get that much color in one fish. at an affordable price. And this is a very inexpensive fish, both for its beauty, its compatibility with other fish in the marine tank, and its hardiness, its longevity. I have them in a lot of my reef tanks in service, and I've had them in there for a long time. For the money, it's probably the most colorful fish you can buy. Probably one of the hardiest fish that we sell is the lunar wrasse. The lunar wrasse can go in a tank with aggressive fish, which is what's really nice. It's part of the Thalassoma family. It'll pop back up in a second. There we go. And even at a small size, it's pretty rambunctious. I do not recommend these with invertebrates. It is not a great fish for a reef tank. However, if you have a fish-only tank, a rock tank where you just want some really cool specimens, as it grows, it only gets more beautiful. The blues and the greens get even more intensified as it gets older. Typically, it will get pink on the pectoral fins, and it is just an all-around great wrasse, probably one of the hardiest wrasses that we sell. Coming into view also is the Regal Blue Tang. Usually when we get them in, they hide, and it takes a while to get them out. But this little guy seems to be swimming around and enjoying time with his tank mates. So this is another great fish. You don't get a blue that blue on pretty much any other fish in the hobby. So if you want a statement maker, definitely the Blue Hippo Tang is a great one. Coral beauties are back in this week. As you know, or if you've watched any of these videos, it's one of my top 5 saltwater fish to add to any type of saltwater aquarium. Especially reef tanks. It is the one central pygie angel or dwarf angel that is very, very hardy. It is very, very adaptable, and I've had almost zero problems keeping them in a reef tank. Gracie was able to get, I think, 3 of these this week. So a great fish, almost bulletproof, and wonderful to look at, hardy and long-lived. Another fish on the top 5 hardy list, though it can be very spastic, is the Foxface, Low vulpinus. It is a great fish, hardy, long-lived, very compatible in almost any situation, whether it be an aggressive tank or whether it be a very compatible community tank. Does good in a reef tank, does good not in a reef tank. Just all around a great fish. I have 2 this week. One of the most asked about fish, the blue jaw trigger. This is a wonderful fish. It is not 100% reef safe, but I'd say probably about 75% of the cases it will work well in a reef. We don't have them very often because they are pretty much high demand in the hobby, but this is a great specimen. He's got super, super great weight. And like all blue jaw triggers, when they first come in, all he wants to do is hide. But as far as his looks and the quality of him, Gracie got a good one. Bluehead wrasse and the gold rim tang. Haven't had these in for a while, and this bluehead wrasse is very blue. Not the best reef fish, I will say. It tends to need to be kept in a fish-only tank, but the gold rim tang will work in just about any application. Beautiful fish, soft pastel colors, and this is a pretty nice specimen in that it's not hiding, it's out, it looks great. Okay, one more fish I want to mention before we go is the Naso Tang. I did get a small one this week. We're constantly being asked about it, and as every Naso Tang I get, about the time the video spots, people run down here and they grab him. But right now I do have this guy, just came in, staying out, great fish, will go in almost any application. And while this only shows just a few of what came in this week, Gracie got a lot of really cool things this week. So you definitely want to watch Facebook and come in this week just to kind of see what else is here. One more thing, again, I want to mention the clownfish that will be in on Friday. Okay, so now we're going to get into some freshwater, like I promised, but because I promised one particular person on Facebook I would do it this week, we're going to go over live plants first. Okay, so the first thing you're looking at are the large Anubias that just came in. We have several different types in. The best part about this is the price. These are a lot less than they usually are. You're also seeing some very large swords, some extra large Amazon swords that came in. The Anubias are in great shape, probably the hardiest plant that we sell. Bunch plants came in and looked really good this week. You can also kind of see the different types that we have. Kara's done a wonderful job giving their actually the amount of light they need, fertilizer, how easy or hard they are to keep. You'll also see some extra large swords in this tank as well. Hygro, Luigia, Bacopa, Pennywort, Moneywort, Java Fern. All of these are in stock as well. Everything looks really good. She's got it all lushed out. We also have in other tanks moss balls and things like that. Lots of different things for this week. Lots of plants. A super cool fish came in this week. A Trumpet Knifefish. This thing is really cool. I don't know if it's going to stop long enough for you to see all the variegation in its body. It's really mad at the moment because it wants to hide, which is its natural state, but check it out, man. What a cool freshwater fish. If you like oddities, if you want something that's really cool and really different, I've got one. So this is the Asa Trumpet Knifefish. Okay, orange laser Cory cats. This is what I got so excited about in the introduction of the video. I don't know personally that I've ever seen these. Kara got a nice grouping of them in. These, for freshwater fish, they have an electric yellow, I guess. It's a beautiful tint on almost a dark green bodied Cory cat. The fish speaks for itself. I want to say all these things about it, but it's just obvious. These are fantastic Cory cats. If you want something really cool to light up a spot in the tank, these would be a super fish to do that. A great small schooling tetra, the Loretto tetra, that we don't typically have in stock, we have this week. The body style, the kind of scissor tail caudal fin that it has, it looks really cool, as you can see in a group. Very akin, I guess, to the mountain minnows, but great in a planted tank, great just to have a large amount of them schooling together, just for effect. Beautiful little fish that came in this week. Okay, so we didn't have enough of these we could sell last week, but Kara fixed that problem. We've got the mustard spot Plecos in right now. This is a beautiful Pleco, highly collectible Pleco, and Gracie's got her hands on her hips, so I must be in trouble. I was told that I had to stop what I was doing in the freshwater section where I was doing just fine and come over here and tell you that Gracie needs a home for this particular blue spot jawfish because all her clownfish are coming in this week. I mean, not only is it probably the prettiest jawfish in the world, surely there might be something I haven't seen that's prettier, but not for that reason, but because she wants the tank space. So come someone and buy the blue spotted jawfish so Gracie won't fuss at me for it being here taking up room in her clownfish tank. Thank you. Back to freshwater. Back to the mustard spot Pleco. We had small ones last week, I mean really tiny ones. Well, for the same price, I've got big ones this week. So really nice, cool Pleco. If you're into Plecos, if you're into just beautiful looking fish, it's hard to beat this one, the mustard spot Pleco. Okay, so what Kara told me I had to make a point to show were all of the red devils that came in. We have very large red devils. Very large red devils are very mean red devils. Very mean red devils need very big fish tanks. I need someone out there that's got a big fish tank that would like a really cool fish to come get them. We've got them very cheap. They're very healthy. They're very large, all different shades, colors, that sort of thing. But red devils I got. So if you're in the market for them, I got them little, I got them big, I got them medium, I got them all over the place. Very beautiful South American fish is the Texas cichlid. I just love how it looks. It's all the color in the spots. If you give this fish vitamins, they'll even get more vibrant than what you see. But a very beautiful fish. Geophagus surinamensis came in this week. There is also another one in there with a name I can't quite pronounce. It's that name. And the thing I love so much about Geophagus is they're a big cichlid that is not aggressive. They're rock movers. They'll kind of move stuff around the tank a little bit, but they can be kept in a lot of different applications with a lot of different types of fish. Geophagus get more beautiful the bigger that they get. Lots of color in the fins. Just a phenomenal fish, and the surinamensis specifically is one of my favorites. So great fish, definitely something to see because we have them in right now. And yeah, great freshwater fish. A lot of new tanks coming in and stuff that we're trying to get ready, a lot of new stands and canopies. So you definitely want to come in and check some of that out. think there's a little bit more freshwater yet to be put up. There's a lot that actually came in, but again, those are just the highlights. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you see you this weekend. And God bless. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. And have a great week.